What's good? What's good? Welcome to the refill. Welcome to the refill. I'm your host, Ron Daniel. Listen, we got another good show tonight. A real good show. We got coming tonight. We got an artist. Tonight we got an artist from Dallas, Texas. Tonight that we're featuring Dallas-Fort Worth area. And before we get into that, man, we're going to let y'all know what the Refill is all about. The Refill is a live podcast showcasing everything gospel rap, everything Christian hip-hop, everything, just showcasing the artists, the DJs, the promoters, the influencers, and everybody that have anything to do with gospel rap. We're going to showcase them. That's what this show is about. It's not deep. We're not trying to make it too deep. We just want to showcase this genre of music and talk about things we can do to move in the culture and how to move around in the culture with gospel rap music. So tonight we got this brother here. I'm gonna let y'all know who we got coming in tonight. The feature artist tonight is Pradacal with Vincent Ellis, aka Pradacal, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Listen, I met this brother it had been about maybe 4 years ago. Somebody, I actually received an inbox from somebody. Somebody sent me an inbox. A partner of mine sent me an inbox. He said, look, I know you move around. He said, you got to get to Dallas. I said, what's in Dallas? I said, I don't think I know in Dallas it's the Cowboys. I'm just joking. But, but he said, you got to get to Dallas. I said, okay. So I got the invite. Actually, I hit this brother. I said, hey, man, I'm from Little Rock. I'm from the Rock Town, 4 hours away. Hey, if you got space in your event, I'm coming down. He said, cool. It wasn't no nothing. This brother don't know me from nothing. He said, man, come on. So I went down, met him, met Troop, a lot of cats that was in the room that night. And I said, one thing about me, man, I'm big on networking. I'm big on trying to help expand the culture, expand the genre any way I can on my end. I tell everybody, if everybody stay in their lane, do their part, man, the whole culture grow. And so when I got down there, man, it was nothing but love. I went back a second time and a third time. I think I went maybe 4 times. And man, it was nothing but love every time. Went down, man, look here, stayed to the end. How some artists do, they go in, rap, they leave, get up out of them. And so we stayed to the end, got me some Whataburger, and got back to the Rock Town, made it back about 3 o'clock in the morning. But I'm not going to hold y'all up, man. Let me read y'all a little bit about this brother, man. This cat that's coming on, he's an artist. He's a Christian club owner, which we're going to talk about the Christian club because that's something I've been talking about for years, about Christian clubs and Christian-based venues and why they're necessary and needed. So we're going to talk about that tonight. He a husband, a father. I consider him a holy hustler. You can hustle, but I consider him a holy hustler because he moving around making things happen in this city, man. Listen, I keep my ear to the ground on everything, gospel rap, coast to coast, everything. Who doing it, who doing what, why they doing it, how they doing it. So I'm not gonna hold y'all up no more, man. Let me get this thing going. And again, y'all bear with us as we continue to grow this platform. Let me find this right here. Let me get this switch up here going. Again, y'all bear with us. Let me put them on in here. All the way from Dallas, Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Prodigal, what's going on, brother?
Man, what's going down? You all right?
Oh, man, I'm cool. Let me cut this thing off real quick.
Okay.
Gotta cut this thing down so I won't about to get no echo. Bro, I said a whole lot. One thing I tried to do when anybody who come on this platform, I try to make it big and make them look big because I'm not into who the superstars and all this other stuff. But what I was telling everybody is when I met you 4 years ago, it had been 4 years ago, and I was letting everybody know, man, it wasn't nothing but love from the jump. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats have these hoops you got to jump through to get in their events. Only thing you said was come on. And that was it. Come on. You got your music ready, and I forgot how much set time it was, maybe about 15, 20 minutes, I guess, and come on. So now you on, man. Let everybody introduce yourself to everybody, man. Let everybody know who you are, where you from, what you do, man. We're gonna get into this podcast.
What's going on, the Refill people?
Yes, sir.
This your boy Pradacal. You know what I mean? I'm straight from that Dallas Fort Worth area. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. Man, I'm just a man that's just trying to be a vessel. And like Ron always say, bring that culture together.
Yes, sir.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to be committed. Somebody got to make those sacrifices and show that love. You know what I mean? So that God can be glorified, man. So, I mean, I'm a Christian hip hop artist. I'm a promoter, Christian promoter. As he said, I got a Christian club.
Right.
I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a man of God, man. And yeah, man, just love to be used. You know what I mean?
Already, man. I'm glad you jumped on, man. And like you said, I like what you said. You know, you just doing what you doing to help build a culture. Because I tell cats all the time. I said one thing I learned. I'm speaking personally. One thing I learned about gospel rap from the outset, from the very beginning, is that I said, okay, it's not well connected. It's not a lot of money flowing through it. It's not a lot of connections flowing through it. So when you connect with people, you like the older people say, you cherish those connections. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you make sure that, hey, you know, I know somebody in Dallas. I know somebody in Memphis. I know somebody in Chicago, Tampa, and not even the bigger cities, but the smaller cities too. Grenada, Mississippi. You know, I done been down through there. Grenada, Greensville, New Boston, Texas. Hey, Boston, Texas. Joker, I done been up and down Texas, man.
I believe it.
Yes, sir. So, man, let's get into this thing, man. Take us all the way back to how did you get involved with gospel rap? What was it that got your attention about it? How'd you get into it? Like start from right there. Let everybody know how you got into it.
Lil Cray, bro.
Right.
Like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I still hear it to this day. I didn't know that you could express God in this way.
Right.
So when I heard Lil Cray, listening to this Jesus music, him and Trip Lee,
right.
That changed my life. You know what I mean? It changed my life. Reach. I give it to Reach, man. And took me back to 06, man. 06. That's when I started. Back when you used to, duplicate the CDs and write on them with a marker.
Man, yeah.
Do what you can, you know what I mean? And pass those CDs out, try to get yourself out. But that's what motivated me, man, to get off inside Christian hip hop, Lil Cray. I give it all to Lil Cray and the Reach, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right. I met that brother. He came through the town. You talk about Lil Cray. I tell people, I say, I put him in the holy hustler category also because, he came through the town. I met that brother. It was years ago. He came into a city that's like 20 minutes from here, and cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Met him. You know how it is. You rap and then you go backstage and how that whole thing. Everybody talking and trading information. And cool cat, man. I tell people, I remember he pulled up in the Buick LeSabre, Joker, with the missing hubcap. I said, we was like, man, look here. Hey, every now and then we run across paths, I remember about it. We just laugh about it and go on. I said, Joker, you had the Buick LeSabre with the missing hubcap in the back, Joker. Yeah. Grand for real. Grand for real, man. Hey, take everybody back, man, to what was it that like your first album? What was your mindset around that time, putting your first album together, putting that first batch of music together?
Oh, man, when I first did it, man, I was really, really interested in getting people to God. You know what I mean? So my first album, man, it wasn't well planned out. Right. I just wanted everybody to know that I'm doing gospel rap. My church got behind me real strong. Right. Go back and listen to it sometimes, and man, it was all over the place. Right. But my main mission was that wanted to let them know that Christ loved them. Christ is there for them, and give it to them in a different way. You know, put the sermon behind the beat. You know
Right.
what I mean? So that was my big thing when I first started. I was just so into telling them about God. You know what I mean? Really telling them about God and how good He is. Just instead of doing it with a sermon, man, without a music, I just did it behind a beat.
Right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And you were saying that, I was thinking, man. Them first albums was rough, man. I remember, man, we did hours. I remember a lot of times we had to stop because cars come through bumping all the time. We had to stop. Someone wanted to pull up right in front. I stayed in a 2-bedroom apartment. And someone wanted to pull up right there in front of the apartment, bumping like, man, we can't record. We might as well pull them sticks out and play some Madden until they leave. So I remember them times, man. Just trying to get that word out there. You happy. You're like, man, this is something new. We just trying to let people know about Jesus and get it out there.
Yeah.
Hey, take us to you in Fort Worth, right?
Okay.
Fort Worth.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the scene in Fort Worth, gospel rap wise?
What's the scene?
How the scene like out there?
It's dead. You talking about gospel? You talking about gospel rap, right?
Gospel rap, yeah.
Yeah, it's dead, man. I'm gonna tell you, like when the Lambs when it first opened in 2012,
right?
That boy was jumping.
I remember
from everywhere.
Right.
But life happened.
Yeah.
Life happened, and everybody scattered. You know what I mean? Life happened, everybody scattered. So now, you got a few heads that's still in,
right,
still doing it. But like you were saying earlier, don't be coming over and thinking you're finna make a meal ticket.
There you go.
You can't be coming over and thinking you the superstar.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to understand what you're doing it for, because when you're not getting what you want, a lot of people end up leaving.
Right.
They already coming in
right.
With the wrong mindset. And
right.
I had a group of guys that I used to manage, and man, when life hit,
right,
they bounced.
Right, right.
And they did not turn back. They still where they are for the most part. And so the scene in Fort Worth, you got some sprinkles, but it's not what it was.
Right, right.
It's not what it was
right.
at all.
I like what you said about when life hit. Cause that's real, man. I think a lot of cats seen that just all across the board, because one thing I tell cats, man, I used to have I had 2 artists I had signed, and and at that time, cats was like, "Oh man, you signed an artist?" I said, "Yeah, and they getting paid too." I said, "They ain't getting they ain't getting." I said, "We run a real label, Joker. We ain't they ain't getting we ain't signing for no 6-figure advance deals."
Yeah.
But they got access, the studio and marketing and all that good stuff. So I'm with you, man. Life hit, and you gave to me the best example. When life hit, it make your thinking shift a little bit, And so, man, I definitely feel that, man. Now Dallas. Match this. Now you in that, but what about Texas as a whole? Houston, San Antonio, Austin. How is Texas as a whole? Gospel rap wise.
Man, Kingdom Music, bro. Like I said, Kingdom Music, holy ground.
Right.
They hold this stuff down.
Right.
Houston. I give it to Houston too, man, because you got Von One.
Right.
Got,
right.
Corey Powell just moved back.
Right.
You got GS. So Houston connects. Houston got a good. They unify pretty good. You know what I mean?
Right.
But San Antonio, Kingdom Music, Abilene, Kingdom Music, man.
Right.
Holy ground.
Right.
They are really, they set the bar, man.
Right.
Like, it was Reach.
Right.
But now it's like Kingdom Music.
Right.
And
right.
I didn't started reaching out to them, man. Because it's like we do this for it's a tool, right? So we do it for the tool. So it's like me, I'm going where people got a love for it. And God with it. That's nobody that's trying to be seen. I was talking to my wife the other day. People just showing up with their own program, man. They ain't coming to support.
Right.
They're not coming to rep. they coming, they only come if they on the program, but if they get on open mic, you know.
Right.
Shoot, I had a guy, Gospel Ready came to the club about a month ago, October. Man, he brought his whole posse showed up. I was like, yo, he probably brought 60 people,
by
himself.
You
know, and I'm like, see, that's support. You know, that's people that's getting behind you. That's people that's believing in what you're doing, and yeah. So yeah, a lot of people, man, they are. A lot of them used to do it for the wrong reason. The ones that weren't doing it for the right reasons, they ain't doing it no more.
Right. A whole lot of, man. You said a whole lot. I'm gonna unpack some of that, but you hit on the head. The superstars coming in. I tell people all the time, man. I seen artists come in hot and leave out cold. You know, and now when I see them now, I've reached out to some. You know, Facebook, social media. Some I got their numbers. I text them, you know, just checking in, you know how it is. And so some reach back. No, maybe a couple reach back. And a bunch of them like, hey, you know, they doing their thing. I see it on social media like everything else. And I tell everybody, I said, the thing that somebody asked me a long time ago, they said, man, what is it that I guess make you or hurt you about gospel rap? I said, when I see them cats who came in putting it down, and now they doing something, they doing the total opposite. And so I try to reach out, you know, check on them. Some respond, some don't. Man, you was talking about the support, man. What is it in that you think artists should do, promoters should do? Cause see, you're not just an artist, dog. You multifaceted, so you see the game inside out. Well, I like to say inside out. You the artist and you see it as the promoter. So what is it you think that gospel rap can do to continue to support and push this music and push this genre forward?
Man, bro, I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't really feel like it's pushed the music.
Right.
I really feel like it's more of pushing the word with one another.
Right.
Like what I did with the artists that I brought in first, before we hit a mic, we was in Bible study, bro. We was in the word. So if I talk about it, it's other people that talk about it too, but you know, the thing about the sermon is knowing the people, you know, I feel like we should connect more outside of music.
Right.
And begin to kick it with one another as a group.
Right.
So that we can grow better relationships and know one another better. Because once you know them, it's easier and it becomes second nature to support.
Right.
So I feel like it's really need to be more of a men's meeting, a whole fellowship of no music, just word or kicking it. Let's go to the bowling alley. Let's go out. Let's have some events. Let's chill. You know, with the DJ, whatever. But also when we have shows, man, we go out. We support, doing outreach together, you know. Actually, you know, fellowshipping with one another more. As a group and us coming together more, I feel like will help the body more when it comes to the support, because there's a lot of people who mind frames ain't right. And as we kick it and we begin to check one another and put each other in place in love, man, chains begin to break. And relationships begin to grow. So that's the biggest thing. You got a lot of people just coming out sizing everybody up. You know what it is, like you're out on the basketball court or the football field, you're looking at the other team as they warm it up. You know? So everybody sizing each other up and, you know, thinking it's a competition, and it ain't.
And it ain't, man. And you hit on the head, bro. You took it to where it need to be, that foundation, dog. Where you talking about that word. Man, let me tell you something, man. I'm listening to you, and I know on my end, I've tried to like they say, round up the troops and round up the artists just to have just a gospel rap breakfast.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? At the IHOP, and I might send out 20 invites just here in this city, and 3 people show up.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, then I see something like, okay, what to support? I'm like, man, we train. You know what I'm saying? Come to the breakfast, chop it up. You know, like you say, size everybody up in love, you know, and do all that and just the things outside of rapping. I'm big on that. Big on that. I'm glad you said that because you showing everybody who looking at this show right now, looking at the podcast, that's where it started. Not necessarily with the getting on the mic and you can spit the hottest 16 bars, but it started in the fellowship. And when look here, like Lecrae said, I'm gonna bounce back on Lecrae. He said when the music stopped,
Man,
you know what you gonna do when the music ain't playing. You know,
yeah.
and that's one of the reasons why we created this platform just for everything you saying is just so artists can connect. And if there's another artist looking at the show, they can say, hey, you know what, I can get down with them dudes. I love what they talking about. I'm gonna connect with them, bro. You know, any way I can. And so I love when you hit that when you say, you know, just talking outside of off the stage when it ain't on the stage and everybody patting you up and dapping you down. No.
Yeah, I had cats that's hitting the blunt before the show,
right,
and after the show.
Right.
I got cats coming in. Listen, we got these Christian events, but you be having the Jezebels in the building, checking the boys out.
Yes, sir.
We come in, checking them. They coming in. What you think they gonna do when they leave? They get numbers. I know cats, man. You come to the spot every month with a different chick. I'm like, bro, what you doing?
Right.
Doing?
Right.
So I say that to say that everybody's minds don't be right, man, when they doing this. They can be doing it for themselves. And it's like, bro, you really killing your witness with what you doing. So that's why I say with the foundation, man, of people like me and yourself, I'm pretty sure you probably let somebody know they doing something they ain't got no business.
Oh man. Yes, sir. And right.
I'm going to call them. They know me. A lot of people don't come to us because they already know who I am. Ain't no Pradacal, man. Pradacal, man. He going to come to you straight. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to come right to you, right? You know, so, but you need those people.
Right.
That gets people right. You know what I mean? It gets people right. So we need more of those, man. More people that's ready to hold people accountable.
Right.
And one person or two people. And yeah, man, it makes it that much better. But you got to understand people going to leave, man.
Right.
Like that word say, you know, them branches gonna break, right? People gonna be with you,
Right.
So, yeah, man.
Man, been there and done that. I'm talking about, man, cats come in hot, leave out cold. You like, man, what happened? You know, and then my thing is, let's say if I'm just wherever in the street, gas station or Walmart, wherever, and I run into these cats, I'm like, man, I'm not running into you trying to do no chastising. I'm just trying to see what's up with you.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. I'm like, hey man, we can hey, it's a restaurant right there, man. We can do lunch. Subway Joker, Subway in the Walmart Joker. Right there, let's just chop it up. You know, my whole thing, man, is I want these boys to get back on the field, man.
Yeah, man.
I want them to get back in the game. You see what I'm saying? So that's right. I'm listening to you, man. Let me ask you this. Let's talk about this club, man.
Okay.
Look at them. They say, man, Christians ain't supposed to have no club. They ain't supposed to be talking about no. That's the devil. That's the way. I done heard all that mess, man. But I'm like, I'm a firm believer in that. You should have godly entertainment.
Man.
What was your mindset? Like I said, when I met you 4 years ago, you was talking about it then.
Yeah.
I remember you was talking about it then. You was on stage letting everybody know, hey, this was finna happen. I'm like, hey, this dude talking about something else. I think it's flying over a lot of y'all head. And now years later, I see the spot. I'm on social media. I'm looking. I say, yo, he did that thing. Look at dog. Put the logo on the outside of the building, man.
Come on, man.
I say, hey, do it big, man.
Be like the turkey head. It's like the turkey leg cut out here in Arlington. You hear me? Everybody taking a picture in the front.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Pictures,
right.
Right.
Man, talk us into that, man. What's your? I know your mindset, but tell people that's looking like, what was your mindset to say, man, I'm finna step out here and open me up a whole Christian spot?
Okay. The biggest thing was when I came up in the church, because I grew up in the church.
Right.
Went to the Awana programs. We did the youth ministries, and we first started it.
Right.
We was thinking about it was gonna be for the kids, but God made it an outlet for the young adults.
Right.
And when I left church, it was no alternative, man. So the world got the clubs, they got
Right.
strip clubs,
Right.
they got all these avenues. You had house parties or whatever, but it was no place for believers.
Right. Right.
So my wife used to do karaoke. You know what I mean? She would do
Right.
karaoke. I used to throw parties, flip show after parties, all that. So
Right.
man, I was at a barbershop one time, and I was in ministry real strong. My wife used to go to my shows or whatever, but the barber told me, man, hey, to get your wife involved, man, y'all need to get a ministry together.
Mm-hmm.
So we actually formed the Christian Lounge, and I gave my wife the mic. And my wife, she's a low-key comedian that she ain't accepted her gift yet, but I mean, she has a gift.
Right.
And when we came together with that, man, we created an environment for the believers. Like you say, it's Christian entertainment. We created a spot for them, and it's just a place for believers to go. It's a place for people that want to come see something positive to come. But the most important thing is, man, it's a place you can come to and it can blindside you and, man, make you get back on track for God.
Right.
You not even know it. So it was, like you said, it was a place for believers, place for people of God that can come how they are. We ain't gonna judge you for what you got on, but we're gonna showcase God in a way, man, give you that experience, man, to make you if you off track, make you want to think about it and get back on track when when you leave, man. Like you say, come in one way, but we want you to leave a whole nother way for the better,
Man, that's what's up right there, right? I like hearing that because, I'm man, when I tell you, I'm big on creating godly based entertainment.
Man.
So when cats be like you said, they come in, they like, okay, what is this? And they think they finna come in for one thing, they leave out there like, say, man, it's kind of like, and I know you experienced just shows where you had cats walk up and say, hey, man, I was about to go do this, but I heard bro up there rapping whatever song that was, now I feel different. That's that spirit of God moving through that man to not go out there and do something crazy. I love hearing that because I've heard both sides about it. How Christian do no clubs, no club-based events. Then I heard some people saying, hey, yeah, do it. I'm on the let's do it side because I'm like, when the artists, I'm gonna talk about just I hate to call them secular, but the street boys, when they make a song, when they put a song out there, they got all these different avenues to promote their music. They got the club, the strip club, the DJs that's playing in the strip club, the radio stations, all these different avenues, the internet stations. So all these different avenues. And so when I talk to cats that's godly or supposed to be thinking God, I'm like, when they say, well, I have an issue with that, I'm like, well, man, it shouldn't be no issue because we need media. We need outlets to promote what we doing. If we don't, that's part of the reason why a lot of cats get discouraged because they put out these albums and they say, okay, I don't have nowhere to showcase it, which in turns, it equal to that money part. Let me ask you this. A lot of rappers talk about they should do gospel rap for free. Some say that you should, but there's a whole lot of people saying you should do it for free. What's your stance on that?
When you say free, what do you mean? For it's like when you coming out to do your shows, or what you mean?
No. Okay, let me break it down. As far as making money behind it, as far as like selling CDs or charging people to, if somebody say, hey, Pradacal, we want you to come to Austin, and you say, okay, I charge you $500 to get down there. So some people say, I would do the gospel for free. I travel all around the country and do it for nothing. Then you have some that's saying, no, I need to get paid some. I hear what you're saying, but I need some money. And
right.
Break that thing down for me, man.
Okay. Well, this is me. This is Pradacal's standpoint.
Go ahead, bro. Roll with it.
So the gospel makes room for itself. The gospel makes room for itself.
Right.
Okay. So the message is for the people.
Right.
When you go inside church, the pastor giving you that message.
Right.
You ain't necessarily paying that pastor for the message. But this is me. First of all, we need to have jobs.
There you go. There you go.
We need to have a 9 to 5.
There you go. Like Big
If
Red.
you good now, if you good, like myself and you,
Right.
you got your own businesses.
Right.
You feel me? So therefore, you got money to feed God's people. Okay?
There you go.
I'm gonna take you even more. The more I was so consistent with the Christian Lounge, which I've never made a profit out of. I've always paid more in the month than was sold inside the building. Right? So you ask for offering, bro, what you gonna get? $25, $50? You feel me? People not gonna sow because of the word is way more important than what you're gonna get.
Right.
If that makes sense. So I say that to say, with my consistency and my faithfulness, God provided more businesses for me and more favor for me by being faithful to Him and being consistent.
Right.
I got so much more on the outside. We never missed a bill when it came to doing the Christian Lounge because we came out of pocket the whole time we've been doing it for 8 years.
Man, right? I already know. Go ahead.
So now at the same time, it's opportunities. So if you go to the studio, you pay. You pay for all your flies, you pay for everything. Yeah, you should be selling. Yeah, now when it comes time to get money for your show, Ron, you said you met me by getting in your car, driving
yes, sir.
for a while.
Yes, sir.
So that let me know your heart was already in it to do it for God.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we should have a heart check. But my answer is, you got time to make money. Money should be your top priority, but God always provides for you to do whatever you need to do in your lifetime. So the money gonna come, money gonna go, but you're gonna get more out of stuff just by going and letting God do what He do.
Right,
you know?
right.
But I'm saying with you having a job, like ministry shouldn't be your job. Ministry should be your job anyway.
Right,
you know?
Right.
It shouldn't be your job. Like, man, if I go do these shows, I'll be able to pay rent this month. Or if I sell these CDs, no, bruh. You need to have a job for that. And let God provide for you on the ministry side, however He's gonna provide. Now that's just me. You know what I mean? But I got so many artists that want to do this full time, but you ask for $5, they ain't got it.
There you go.
You feel me? You gotta be able to take care of your house before you ever be able to come over to God's house and try, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, priorities. So that's my 2 cents. I don't know if I answered the question, but that's my 2 cents.
Bo, not only did you get 2 cents, you gave about 17 cents, Mike. Look here.
Yeah.
The key thing you said was you got to have a job, man.
You got to.
I see a lot of cats, man. They jump in this thing and they say, I'm full time. And I'm like, no, man. Then you look up again. And I'm not knocking them boys. I'm not doing one thing about me. I don't what they say, name drop and put folks out there. I don't do that. But I have seen cats come in, talking about they full time this, full time that. And then a couple years later, you see them again. They like, hey man, I ain't even married no more.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know, and I don't get into that. I'm like, I ain't like, oh man, well, what happened? They just, telling me. They just, want to talk. They telling me. So I'm like, but I know from, you got to have a job. I met cats years ago that would come by my office, sitting there. I'm talking about 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. And I'm looking at them like, why you ain't working, man? Oh, man. Joker, look, and at the time where my first office was, I told him, I said, Joker, I call it the food court because you got Burger King across the street, McDonald's across the street.
Come on, man.
You got UPS down the street, Kroger's down the street. They jobs. Go get a job. No, man, God told me to do full time grind. I said, okay. So, all right. And so what I was telling him, I said, I was cutting hell. Cutting hell helped me sustain my family. You see what I'm saying? And the business too. And what I tell cats, I said, I said, cutting hell at the time, I had matter of fact, when I first met you, I had my shop. I sold it since then, but I had my barber shop. And I was telling them, I said, they was like, well, man, how you able to do this and do this and do that? I said, the barber shop money. And I trust God to pay my expenses.
Yeah.
Getting on that road. Look, I didn't travel. I know you didn't travel. I didn't travel on that road, man. I share the story all the time where I drove 5 hours away to Huntsville, Alabama. This first time, I remember this was early on gospel rap. And you pull up there and you sell 2 CDs. And Joker, you done drove 5 hours. And the only thing in your pocket left is some money for some rally burgers and some fries, and maybe you got enough in the gas to get back to the house. So I told myself, but if it wasn't for the job, that ain't happening. And so you hit it on the head, man. And I hope folks listening, especially the artists that's listening, like, don't quit your job to try to jump into this full time, because gospel rap, it ain't on that level yet. I always throw that yet in there. It ain't on there yet. It's close, but it's not yet. Let me ask you this, bro, because you hitting it on the head tonight, man. Nationally, I ask every artist this. I know, cause I know you see the game. Nationally, you see artists that's they making strides, they getting ahead, but they not talking about doing gospel rap no more, or they not talking about gospel rap no more. Right? What's your thoughts on that?
That wasn't their main purpose. Not to knock that. Their purpose never really was Christ.
Right.
It was, it wasn't Jesus, man. It was not Jesus Christ. I just feel like they going in their lane. You feel me? They going in their own lane, doing what they want to do. It hurt my heart when I heard artists start saying that I'm not a Christian rapper. I'm a rapper that's Christian. I'm
right.
That's the reason why I began to. I was what you was talking about.
Right.
And you just stop. Like, I just feel it's a game, man. But people do that all. I mean, that's normal. People do what they want to do until they get what they need. Then they start doing what they want.
Right.
They do what they got and what they need, and they do what they want. So, yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad, and what's so bad about it? They don't understand, but they hurting us.
Right.
They are the greatest. It's for the people that are. It's almost like daddy that ain't doing that. Right. As soon as we go into court, bro, you going in there for that child support, it's already 65.
Right.
Because of all of the bad baby dads came before us. So it's still good baby daddies out here.
Right.
But for the ones that came before us, they messing it up for the ones that's coming.
Right.
Like churches ain't opening up the doors for us no more.
No.
They're not doing it.
No.
They shutting us straight down.
No.
We the devil. Yeah. They shutting us down due to what other people done before us, or they had one bad show, so they feel like every gospel rapper the same, right?
Right.
It's very important what they doing. They killing us. They killing the culture, right?
Man, I didn't see you hit it on the head, bro. Cause I've seen when I see that stuff, I'm like, man, come on, man. It's kind of like I tell somebody, I say it's kind of like somebody climbing a mountain. And they make it to the top and they turn around, they just spitting on everybody else that's climbing. Man. And I'm like, wait a minute, but the base got you to that point. You grew your base that's following you. And now a lot of the base is like saying something. If we the artists saying that, the base saying that too, they say, wait a minute. Yeah. Old boy, old girl ain't talking about, like you said, they saying, I'm a rapper. But I'm a Christian, but I'm not a rapper that's a Christian. All that crazy talk and just messing the game up for everybody. And so messing it up, man. And so I'm like, what's wrong? I'm like, what's wrong with these boys? Somebody asked me, they said, man, what would you say? I said, man, look at me. I said, if God opened up that door, I said, hopefully with this platform we can continue to talk about it, because I think this needs to be talked about. With artists, because a lot of artists see the same thing. They see the same thing. They hear the same thing. And, it's to me, it's crazy. I'm like, I could talk a whole nother 5 hours about that, about how it's messing everything up. And now you got these artists especially the ones that's just now jumping in hearing that. Now they saying,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna try that route too. And what I tell
Yep.
cats all the time, I said, you got to be careful. You know, I tell
Yep.
people, you know, if you read your Bible, you read how Paul had Barnabas and Barnabas backslid too. You know, Barnabas got up out of there and they said, okay, let's go find somebody else. They found Timothy and they said, let's keep this thing rolling. And
Yeah.
so, you know, man, it's I see the same thing. Like I said, I could talk about it for
Yeah.
5 hours, man, about that. Let me ask you this, bro. What's next for Pradacal, man? Because I'm going to tell you this. Let me say it before you answer. Since I met you, I'm going to tell you, man. I tell cats this. I said, I bump everything. Everything bumping in the Chevy, man. You know, cats be like, hey, I pull up at that gas station. They be like, say, man, what you bumping, man? They think it's whoever. Future, Lil Baby, Dub Baby. I said, man, I don't bump them boys, man. They don't get no play in the Chevy. I said, you heard the Prodigal in Dallas?
Yeah,
No. You heard the Fro in Memphis, Mr. Dale? No. Well, I got that bumping in the Chevy. Man, I bump my own music. I said, this is something we did in the studio. So,
Yeah.
let me ask you this, man. What's next for Prodigal? I know you got. I know you're gonna put it out there. You know, cause like I tell you, I watch the game. I see who the game players, and I see who the spectators and the game players are.
man.
And so, you know, what's next for Prodigal, man? Let everybody know what's happening.
Your boy got the spot now. I got an official spot in the lounge, man.
Right.
So,
Give everybody a
name on the
location
building,
too.
Everything.
Right.
Arlington, Texas, man. 306 South Bowen Road to Texas, 76013. Whenever you come to the DF Dub, make sure you stop by that Christian Lounge, man. But Ron, man, I'm trying to expand, meaning artists you know, your people, man. I need y'all to start coming through. Like, I'm expanding it out, man, and connect with more people. Like, man, I can do praise and they just ain't what I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can do those events, but you know, Christian hop is like that's just a plug for me, man, because the next thing for me is really expanding this lounge, man, going out to the club, passing my stuff out, getting more people out there to bring them in. But artists, man, really connecting with artists, what you got, man. Like you said, you know everybody all across the globe. Like you are. Every time I see somebody new, shoot, you already commenting like, and he knows a lot of people.
Right.
And I'm just trying to connect with them. I met your boy Fro.
Yeah.
Out there from
M-Town.
With Mr. Dale.
Right.
I think he said was one of his songs was I thank God for that 200.
Yeah.
You feel me? One of his and you said you was going away to Mississippi. Yeah, man. Next for me, really expanding the lounge, do music. You know, I'm still gonna do music, but really expanding the culture, man. Expanding the culture, like what you're doing with your show. I got the building. A lady tried to ask me the other day, can she do a anniversary in that bar? And she was like, "Will you allow drinks up in there?" I say, "Man, I ain't doing nothing but Christian events up in there." You feel me? Like my logo, everything in the building. I was gonna make somebody go live, right? You know what I mean? Like it's straight gospel in this thing. So it's like holding up that standard, man, and expanding this thing out and let God do what he do. So that's where I'm at now, man, because I used to do the artists, used to do the music. We getting older though. So it's like
right.
Yeah, now it's time. I'm trying to build something. I got my son, I got my family, my son working, my little daughter ready to start working. Shoot, it's becoming a family business, man. And we trying to impact, man. Reconcile came the other day, man, and he was talking. My son went outside, was crying. I thought something was wrong with him. So I'm like, boy, what's wrong? You better tell me. He said, Dad. He like, Daddy, man, I'm just thinking about what I'm gonna do with my life. You know, what I need to do, but it was what Reconcile said.
Right.
It made tears come in his eyes. It's almost like the Holy Ghost hit him. You feel me? So that's where I'm at, really, really shining light on in people's lives, man. Giving them God. So that God can be glorified, man. So yeah, this lounge is what's next for me. Really expanded. You know, we starting to rent it out, bring more gospel events. So people like, you know how back in the day, I don't know if you did it, I did it, but I used to go to the club and be like, hey, can I get every Thursday? You get the bar, I get the dope. You feel me? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Dang, you get the bar, plug at the door,
Right.
And we working. I'm trying to expand artists too. Like, hey, you could be more than just an artist. Throw you a show. Pay us for the venue. Throw you a show. Bring your people out. Expand their minds. So it's really more growing, man. Growing and doing more stuff for the kingdom. So
that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. And I'm telling you, man. I'm one of them cats. You got my word on it. I'm gonna swing down.
Sure.
we got some mixtape coming. We got some real good gumbo, some Holy Ghost slow mo flow gumbo. We're gonna feed these boys and girls out here, and we're gonna let them boys know what it is. But we gonna swing down. I promise that we swing it down. Let me ask you this, man.
Go ahead.
Talk about the business side of gospel rap and what we lacking there, man.
Consistency, man.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency, confidence. Consistency, confidence, and more God, man. Yeah. You got people coming into this thing, man, don't even go to church. They ain't even open up a Bible. They just trying to sound tight and put God in it. So, man, like, dude, like I'm looking at Christian hip hop, but it's like, do y'all know what doctrine is? You know what I mean? Y'all know the books of the Bible. You know what the New Testament is, the Old Testament is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really like, bruh, because you got these Hebrew Israelites that'll charge you up. Are you prepared?
Boy, and in your face on sight.
What you mean?
On sight, man.
They gonna come in, 2 gonna approach you, but 50 of them finna come around the corner.
Right,
like, what
right.
you finna do?
Right.
You gonna stand down or what you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Right.
It's more than music. Man, it's a tool. It's a tool, man. It's a tool. So, yeah, man.
You hit it on the head. You hit it on the head, bro. I mean, it's. I tell cats all the time, man. I remember the artist I did sign, the last artist I signed, and I was telling him, I was like, I'm gonna sign you, standard 4-page contract, everything. And so they looking like this joker signing cats up. I said, man, I told y'all, they gonna get paid. And I told him, I said, we might not get paid every show. But the ones they call, like, hey, I had a church. I remember when the Lord put on my heart to do that. I was like, first I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a gospel all day long. The Lord said, no, you better start charging. And so about a week and a half later, after I had the contract drafted up, a pastor called me. We still cool to this day. And he said, man, I don't know this dude for nothing. He said, hey, man, I want you to come down here. I came to your show. I saw y'all doing your thing. What you charge? Shot him the contract. They paid everything. Matter of fact, got down there. They put 3 churches together. We didn't know they was putting 3 churches together. I thought it was just one church. And so, but I told Cass, I said, what I told the artist I had signed, I said, listen, man, I said, I know you looking at this contract, but you need to get you a lawyer. Well, no, man, I trust God. I said, I do too, but get you a lawyer. Straight up. You got to do things right. I like what you said about cats gotta stay in that word. These cats rapping now. All I hear is a whole bunch of bars, and they'll say Jesus 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, man.
Rat, cat, pack, scat, Jesus. I'm like, man, what is that? Man, you ain't fed. That's like feeding your kids a bowl of M&M's for dinner, man. You ain't saying nothing. And so I hear, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay. I'm shaking my head. I'm like, okay, where this thing going? But like I say, man, I know who the game players. I know who the spectators are in this thing, man. We got a little more time. How much time we got left? Let me see here. I got a couple more questions. Let me ask you this, man.
Go ahead.
What can gospel rappers do to? You've been hitting it on the head all night, but what can gospel rappers do to stay more aligned with the gospel rap message, mixing the business, mixing the Bible, mixing the connections, going from city to city, moving around. And now we got COVID. COVID kind of slows some things down, but I'm now seeing cats doing virtual shows now, straight at the living room. And so I saw one last week. I'm talking about them brothers was straight in the living room going in with hey bro, with a strobe light, Joker. I said, look at him, man. Had a strobe light. Then the blinking light be flashing and blinking. I said, man, but they was
Yeah,
going in, man.
yeah,
What can we do to land more to stay on the gospel rap side? Because that street side, that second side is tempting every day. You know, and I
yeah,
tell cats, they be like, well, man, how you stay on this side? I tell myself, man, it's the Lord. It ain't me. It's the Lord. I said, when I tell y'all, I
yeah,
pray too. I read the Bible too. I see who doing whatever in gospel rap. Plus, I try to stay connected with cats who hard in like Prodigal, like Dale, like
yeah,
Fro. Like I see what y'all doing. And you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? The thing I tell people, I say, man, you know, check these dudes. I'm not one of them cats that's like trying to hog the spotlight. I'm saying, man, I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I ain't trying to hog nobody's spotlight. I said, but I can connect you with cats who doing things so you can go to their show or do a song or two, or you may need your music mixed by somebody. You know, what can gospel rappers do to stay aligned with gospel rappers for the long haul so we can keep expanding this thing?
man. Man, you say something about Dale, man. Dale, he came down. It's crazy. He always dropping albums like in February.
Yeah,
And February is always our like yearly anniversary, right?
right,
So that boy came down one time. He said, "I'm coming." He had his book tour. I'm coming.
right,
And after the show, I was like, "How much I owe you?" He said, "Nothing."
right, right,
What? Nothing.
right.
You good? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "What? You know this Dale, right?"
Yes,
I'm
sir.
like,
Yes,
"What?
sir.
What you mean? I'm good." And I think I was talking to him another time, and you know he go everywhere, and
Right.
he like, "Yeah, I got money for that, man. But I ain't like, I got money put up for that." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I got a budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a budget, so um, it has to be believable. A lot of artists who are signed with people, they got budgets for these artists.
Right. Right. Right.
These artists are going out here with their last dime, and when they don't get paid or not, they get discouraged,
They get
man.
discouraged.
So
Right. Right.
yeah, they get discouraged. So for one, man, you got to be lined in with God. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You have to love God. You gotta want more God, bro. You gotta want to do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Money
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be your number one priority.
Right.
God should be.
Right.
You know, you should have a stable job.
Mm-hmm.
To where if you could go do a show, you ain't getting paid, you ain't tripping. You're going to spread the gospel.
Right.
And just more people. More people loving one another, man. Because it's divided, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's divided, bro. Like you said, business, right? People don't understand. A lot of your average people don't understand business.
They don't, man.
They'll go. You'll give them a contract, they ain't even gonna sign it. Well, they gonna sign it, they ain't gonna read it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They just
Right.
ready to do. Now I had a dope artist. I'm trying to tell him about the game. He say, "Man, I just want to do music." I'm like, "Now you need to learn this.
You gotta
I
learn
just
it,
want to
man.
do music."
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of when it comes to business, the business side, man. Like people don't want to learn that, but they got to take time out to do that. But the most important thing is you got to want to spread God's word. It's about God. It ain't
Right.
about us. It's
Right.
about God. So for making me want to do this for the longest I'm doing it, and so many people know about the Christian Lounge, but every time they see me, I'm gonna be out there is what they tell me. And I'm just like, "Hey, we're gonna hold the doors open for you. We here to stay." So, but it's the love of God that I have that keeps me on fire. And my fire don't do nothing but grow when I see people that fall in love with it and what God is doing. So it's like they got to continue to fall in love with God, continue to fall in love with God's people, because they got to understand that the rapping is the gift
Right.
to get people
Right.
to God.
Right.
So it's more people that's more serious about God. To answer your question, more rappers that's serious about God and about kingdom business and about handling their business, meaning having a job, taking care of their families, as well as doing ministry for God through their music.
Right. You hit it on the head, man. Let me ask you one more before we get off this thing, man. This is good. This is good. We got another brother coming up from Shreveport, J. Kells. He on we call this double hitter Friday. We do a show. We do a show at 6 and then we do a show at 8. I said we might as well just gonna do 2 shows. And our goal, one of our goals with it is to get it. We can do it every other day. That's one of the goals. Right now, we just gonna ease into this thing, and like I said, man, anytime, man, you got anything going on, you want to chop it up, man. You got me access. You already know. All you gotta do is hit me up and say, hey, that's what it is. We're gonna fit you in and get you in and make it roll. Let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this before we get out of this. Give us I like hearing stories about how what you see or what you seen at a show, how gospel rap affected somebody that was at the show. I'm gonna give you an example. One time we was in Memphis. Doing the show. In a club. I'm talking about straight up club, man. And dudes was like, man, you want to rent out the club? I said, yeah, I'm gonna rent out the club. And so we did a show there, number of Memphis artists. We in there rapping. Then the show stopped because it was a little cat in there. He had been about 17, 18, just really going through some stuff at home. So he was trying to rap, but Buddy just bust out and started crying. We're like, man, I'm on the side like, man, what up there crying for, man? That's the first thing. Him like, man, what Buddy up there crying for, man? And so when I look at him, he was trying to share his story. And so we stopped the show, and everybody just kind of put their arm around Buddy and just prayed with him, man. And then I saw another event I was at, and this cat came right after the show was over, and he said he had this mixtape. This cat, man, he was shaking. This dude walked. Look, we outside hot. It was like 95 degrees. We out there sweating, creasing the J's up, sweat running up and down our shirt. Show over. He come walk up, and he said, man, he said, I got this mixtape I'm finna put out, but he said something is telling me don't do it. So I don't know this cat for nothing. We just pray with him. Say, hey man, look, I don't know you. I don't know if I'm gonna ever see you again, but we're gonna pray with you and let God lead you. So, man, give us a story before we get off here, man, that you saw while rapping, wherever that you say, okay, I see God moving through this gospel rap music, touching lives.
Oh man,
I know you got a bunch of them, man. Right.
We had in the Christian Lounge shoot. We had a demon inside a person, man. Went crazy in the show. Went to go lay hands on him and shoot that enemy. That demon came up out of him. Like, I mean, literally, he was vomiting at the mouth, everything. Satan wasn't satisfied. You know what I mean? I mean, Satan couldn't handle it.
Right.
So now, man, the demon was inside one of a person while they was at the lounge, man, and went to go lay hands on him, man, and the demon came up out of him, and delivered it, like on spot. People were scared. I ain't gonna lie. People ran from it because they ain't never seen it. But I approached the situation. We prayed over that thing, and it released.
Right.
So,
right.
Actually seeing that in the flesh, because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people ran in the corner. Because I grew up in a holiness church too.
Right.
I've seen a lot of it. You know what I mean? And,
right.
Just to see that happen and somebody get delivered, made me understand that through gospel rap and through what we doing, man, can, like you say, save somebody. Already,
man. Already. Hey, we're going to get off this thing, man. Let everybody know where they can find you on social media, man. Website, everything, man.
Social media, man, is Pradacal the Promoter. It's Pradacal. On Facebook and on Instagram. My website is pradacal.com, Pradacal.com, and also the Christian Lounge Arlington.com and the Christian Lounge Arlington on Instagram, and the Christian Lounge on Facebook.
Right.
Yeah. Y'all in Arlington, man, come check us out, man. And
yes, sir. I'm talking about as soon as we finish whipping this gumbo, man, we swinging down, man. I'll tell you, cause I had a conversation with one of my partners. He was like, man, when you gonna get on that road? I said, man, well, man, where we gonna go, man? I said, COVID. I said, what y'all want me to do? Show up here on the green screen? I do that. I said, but I want to get on that road too. I said, COVID, it just got everybody moving at half speed until the guy finishes doing what he doing, and everybody can, like they say, go outside and play again. And so, so we just gonna be patient on that. But we gonna swing down, man. We gonna swing down. But man, I'm gonna tell you this, man. One thing we ain't gonna give no flowers here. We give out what we call the Hog Award.
Okay.
And we ain't. I'm gonna tell you what that hog mean. That's the Hall of Glory. We ain't giving out no flowers. Flowers can die tomorrow. Put them things in the wrong water, they dead. So what I tell you, man, I salute what you're doing, man, for real. Because I tell people one thing. I tell my daughters. I got 2 daughters, a 14-year-old, 6-year-old. I tell everybody. I said, man, I tell them the same thing. Don't focus on the haters. Haters gonna be there. Anytime you live a public life, I live a public life. We ain't hiding what we doing. I said, but I'm more so on the congratulator side because I understand, you understand how challenging, how tough staying consistent in gospel rap is. You seen cats come in and come out. I seen them come in and come out. And to continue, that's impressive to me. A lot of things don't impress me, and it's like if I get older, I'm like, a lot of things don't impress me as much. I said, but in the gospel rap space, what impressed me is seeing cats like yourself saying, you know what, I don't want to be just a rapper. I don't want to be just a promoter. Joker, I'm finna put my money together and make a club, Joker. And Joker's like, man, they ride by every day through Arlington. Tell my man, it's a club right there, a Christian club for real. So, man, we gonna give you the Hog Award, man. We might need to make some awards and start mailing them things out or something, man. But we ain't giving out no flowers, man. We salute what you doing. Keep doing what you doing. It ain't nothing but love, man. I'm not one of them cats, man, ain't gonna say something that I see in the street. I ain't gonna say nothing to you in the street. Like, I really mean do what you're doing. Last week we had DJ I Rock Jesus on. We had Preacher Man on. We had J2 Dub on the first show. We got J Kills coming on the next show. And I tell everybody the same thing, man. Keep doing what you doing, man. Because God, He put something in you. He put that thing in you. You know what it is. If don't nobody else know what it is. And keep doing your thing out there, man. As soon as we done with what we doing, we gonna swing down. We gonna get loose. We gonna fellowship with y'all, man. And you know what I'm saying? We gonna make it happen real soon. But man, we gonna get off this thing, man. We finna plug in the next interview, man. I so appreciate you, man. Your time, man. And big salute from the Rocktown, from the Refill podcast show. And keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. I don't know what else to say. All I know, man, keep on grinding, keep on holding hustling, keep on putting it down, man. Making that thing work.
We appreciate you for thinking about us down here in Dallas, man. And same to you, man. Hey, we love your heart, love what you stand for, man, and you're a real dude, man. So whenever you need me, let me know, bro.
Already. We're gonna get off this thing, man.
All right, man, you be good.
Okay, bro.
All right.
That's the Refill. We glad y'all tuned in, man. That was a good interview, man. Pradacal. Y'all check him out, man. That's Pradacal. That was a lot. You know, one thing, again, what we doing with this platform is we looking to build something that's going to strengthen gospel rap. You know what I'm saying? We're going to strengthen gospel rap. The artists, the DJs, the promoters, the influencers, and whoever else get down with it. Because if for somebody that's looking at this for the first time, they don't know what it is. For the artists that's in gospel rap, they know what it is. So what we trying to do is, and what we looking to do is to build this, make it stronger, and this be a strong media outlet and a strong platform to celebrate gospel rap. You know what I'm saying? We not celebrating nothing on here but gospel rap. Listen, this was the Refill Live podcast number 4 featuring Pradacal all the way out of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And listen, if you want to book me for anything, speaking, rapping, seminars, panels, I've been doing it for 10 plus years. Let me know. You can go to the Refill, The Refill Show at gmail.com. We're gonna have the website up soon. I know we have we just got the YouTube page up. We just slowly building this thing up brick by brick. We just adding bricks to this, to make it a strong platform, a strong house, a strong brick house platform. So we're gonna get ready. We're finna get off this thing. We're finna get ready for the second show at 8 o'clock. Y'all come back. If you're looking, come back. We got J. Kells coming from Shreveport, Louisiana. He gonna talk about his story. We're gonna get into the gospel rap game with him too. And y'all come back, man. We're gonna see y'all on the next show.